Almost done, almost done. Just sending out the stream. Okay, should all be good, should all be set up, and I should all be ready. Yes, surprise stream. I mean, usually during the week I just turn on my stream whenever I feel like it. Today is one of those days, and as you can see, I'm wildly unprepared because it was a very busy day for me today. A lot of appointments, a few different people that wanted to chat with me. Acid Monkey, Malogify, welcome. Andre, welcome. How are you guys doing? Nice to see so many people already here. Obviously, like from Malogify, you kind of expect that he's here at the start of the stream. I'm just kind of expecting him to exist as an entity in a dark room fixated to the computer screen with my channel page on it, and then anytime it says live, right, that I'm going live, he just immediately clicks. Because he is always the first. I think that's what's happening here. I don't think Malogify exists as a normal human being. He just only exists to be in my stream. Anyway, today I'm working on this project, which is a giant mess of ideas and creations. And one of the ideas is for tutorial. This is tutorial stuff coming later. Today I mainly want to focus on this stuff over here. And I don't like it. I'm gonna be that honest with you. It's not sounding great to me, the leads and stuff like that. I mean, the sound design is okay, but there's just something off with it. By the way, should probably be here. There, gain out here. Doesn't have any gain. Okay. Doesn't really matter. But that gives you an idea of the sound design. The kick bass is nice. Right now I'm hearing something with the snare. Obviously this is the first time listening to the project on headphones. So there's a few things that I'm going to pick up on. Part of it is this, I guess. I think this snare slaps a bit too hard. You can't overdo it, I think. Did I separate these? I did do some like EQing on it. Let's see which. Okay, so here, for example, what I can do is make a little bit of extra space for that transient just by going like. That will be our noise. It does have a little bit of click to it. That has a lot of click to it. I mean, we can also do the same thing we did before, without even changing. This menu is getting too big. It's too much stuff happening here. Okay, nice. Got your new album on Bandcamp. Nice, thank you. Glad that you did. By the way, for the record, anybody that buys my stuff on Bandcamp, I don't think I can put it on there, like a license or anything like that. But I give everybody permission to use my music anywhere. If you're doing live mixes, if you're doing mixes online, anything like that, there's no way I'm able to claim your music, because it's I don't do online claiming and stuff like that. So if you have a mix, if you have a live set somewhere and you want to post that online, or even just for the live set itself, when you buy my stuff on Bandcamp, you have permission to use it, right? For that kind of stuff. I don't bother with licenses and stuff like that. I should at least register my stuff for copyright with the Italian Copyright Association, which is called, what's it called? SCAC, something like that. There are like companies that do for live stuff. They help you track down whenever your song gets played live, you get some of the royalties. Because like a festival, what they do is they have a track list and they just send it to the company together with a share of the money, because obviously they have to pay like licenses and stuff like that. So those companies exist to kind of collect on those royalties. It should be a thing that I at least should register, so it's known that the copyright is mine. Because that's like the annoying bit of copyright. If you don't register it, nobody knows that you have the copyright, so people just take it. That's kind of the problem with the system. Unless you register it, there's no record of it being yours, then people tend to not care. That's too high. The volume okay for you guys, by the way? For me it's loud, but I can turn my own volume down without affecting you guys. Okay. Let's do a 2-bar thing here. Good for you? Perfect. Nice. Don't worry about the modulation afterwards. Hello Klaus, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I feel like I say that every time in the exact same way whenever somebody joins, but just kind of the standard way that you have burned in your mind, right? My computer gave me an error code, bad system config info. An error code at what? Like a blue screen? Or like Ableton stuff? I'm not here for tech support, by the way, so don't expect miracles from me, but I may know one or two things about how PCs work. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science after all. It's not starting up. So is the screen that you're getting blue or is it black when it gives you that error? Because if it's blue, then it's a Windows thing. And when it's black, it's a BIOS thing. For both of those, I cannot help you like here during the stream, obviously. But it does help you identify which of the two it is. It looks like a blue screen of death error code, the way that you typed it in. Blue with QR, yeah. That's a blue screen of death. So that's probably some driver issues. The best way to try that is to, first of all, unplug as much of the things that you can unplug, and then try again. If that works, then you can start plugging things in and see what crashes. Otherwise, just take it into a shop somewhere. Matt J, how are you doing? Welcome. Actually pretty happy with the squelch stuff here. I think I'll turn this down a bit. Sometimes I right click so fast that it doesn't register it twice, and I guess it just doesn't open the menu. Would it be cool to move around this frequency slightly here? Maybe. Here. I guess this has a little bit too much high end here. Maybe go lower like this. Okay, I'm already thinking that this part is coming along much nicer than this here. I might just continue writing in here as well. Because my idea now is to take this, continue all of the automations, right? I have one more automation in here that I just kind of need to quickly write down. You can always do this like randomly. But the reason why I like to do it manually is that it has that semi-random feeling, because, you know, humans are kind of, I wouldn't say perfect. We aren't technically perfect at making random sequences, but it's good enough to bring across the effect. One of the things is that I'm doing it very tailored, right? So I'm going up, down, up, down, up, down. And I guess that's maybe not the most random thing. If you were to truly go random, you might have like 6 of them in the straight line. at some random point, because that's kind of what randomness is. Either way, one of the things is it's pretty quick. It always gives good results because you're doing it manually. You can edit it wherever you want, and it's reproducible. Got to buy some fuel, be right back. I already have some fuel. This is just Pepsi though, not beer. Hey Mindy. Welcome. Okay, so in this next part here, I want to do a layered FM lead on top of this, I guess. Oh, this is something you guys shouldn't see, but that's okay. I'm working on the second version of the tones pack with 2000 tones in them. It's just that right now, if I open them, they open incorrectly, right? So I don't want this. I want a single cycle wavetable like we're doing here, right? No change. That's the whole idea behind it. The correct answer is coffee. I disagree. I'm not a coffee drinker, but whatever you want, I guess. Okay, I shouldn't do this with the tones pack, because the annoying thing about this tones pack here is this is really good if you don't know what you want. I now do know what I want. I have like an exact kind of gritty FM thing in mind, without any filtering on it actually. So I should just try to make what I have in mind, which I'm going to do with this technique here, which I think Mute Productions discovered or showed off the first time on his channel. You just type in like the frequency here and assign this to the coarse pitch, and now this is your FM thing. Ooh. You get something like that, and now we can I can actually set this bipolar 100%, right? That's the trick. Yeah, and then you go or a different wavetable probably. What's a good starting point for this? That's a bit too low. We're gonna go up here. I guess that's nice. Why? Yes. Okay, so then this has to go up by 25 to exactly match up until there. Wait, why is this not moving? Are there 2 points here? Or do I have to assign it here as well? 25 unipolar. What is happening? Remove modulations. Why Adaphobus 1? This is it, right? There we are, yes. Alex, how are you doing? Welcome. Any other names in chat? No, I think that's it. Best fuel is spring water. I agree. We have a spring at my parents' house and it's really good to have. I really like that. So this is the starting point. I guess 25 is a bit too high. Let's go 20. I guess we'll also do like 2 bars. Okay. I just want to do like a... Why is Alt not working? Click. There we are. Just like a simple rhythm somewhere. Maybe like this. And then I'll fill in a bunch extra here to get some extra interest. Ah, this is too high in terms of key. That's why. I was like, why is the tone now different? But it's, you have to do it like this. Okay. I think here for the second part I'm going to stay like higher. So this is more of our lower part, and then this is more of a higher part, and then we'll duplicate that idea. And here obviously we have to go back to whatever that value is going to be. We go like this, and we just duplicate it. And the cool thing is, just by making a few modifications, by just moving a couple of points like randomly, get a whole new idea for the second part. It is kind of an FM synth, but it's not the one that I was after. Not the kind of texture that I was after. We can experiment some more if we want to try a different one. Actually, let's do that differently. Instead of opening it up, we are just going to like duplicate this. Because we have the macro, we have the modulation. I don't want to redo all of that. So let's try this. I guess we'll always get the same kind of texture from that. We can try wavetables, FM modulators, the SSQ technique here. What if we do like nothing with the modulation? Okay, so no BPM. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to slowly up this phaser here over time, I guess. Future music, how are you doing? Ah, this thing is behind, as always. Sorry, I was distracted by my own stream. Okay, we have that. What I'm obviously missing in this track right now are the one-shots. So I guess what we should probably do at this point is just make a couple of them. Like a whole lot. It seems that I was already busy with that. I do want to try something else though, first. Just to get kind of like a generic one-shot, I guess. We'll get Omnisphere. How did I make the visuals for virtual reality? I coded up a program that converts Ableton automation data into keyframes for After Effects, and then I created the projects here in Ableton, and then I converted those into keyframes for After Effects so that I could tie animations to the keyframes and have it react to the music. That's about as interesting as I can make it. It's really boring and really tedious, and it takes a lot of time. But I have like templates and stuff like that now. Can I show it? I'm saving just in case, but if I open up another Ableton, I should be able to show it without having to close this project, and I can show you the projects that go into it. So music video projects, if I go into, for example, say virtual reality, we get this, right? So this is just a project that shows, for example, okay, I want the intensity of the track to be this, I want the kick to do like this is the amount of kick that is in a place, this is some glitchy stuff, this is focus, this is the ball being removed, this is the fact that it's changing colors, this is an extra glow on it, this is a radial blur, which blurs out and shines out like light rays, almost like ray tracing from the center. This is hyperspeed, is the little star like hyperspeed effect from Star Wars. Then we have the outside enhance, which enhances the outer field of the visuals. We have a few transitions here, which just do like transitioning between all of the things. And so this is what I make as a project. And then in After Effects, I'll show you. After Effects is going to take a while to open. Migrate settings. Oh, why? I just want After Effects. Yeah, you can. It's a little bit slower because of the fact that I'm streaming now. So if I go into the music videos, what you'll see is that every music video project, right? So this is a project for all of the music videos. This is virtual reality here. You can see that all of these keyframes match up with what's happening in here, right? So for example, try identifying this stuff. You'll be able to see that that matches up with this part here, right? And you can see that it's the same type of effects in here and transitions and all of that stuff. And then that all ties into the actual calculations that I'm making. So for example, this is a calculation for some kind of effect depending on the intensity of this particular, what is it, echo. That's the length, for example, of these individual lines. That changes with the intensity of the music. So what I essentially have to do is I have to write all of these little snippets of code on how one parameter should change depending on the parameters that I have above here, right? And then it's just a matter of working out all of the different effects that you want to put on there. Welcome back, Klaus. Some crazy stuff happening here. Anyway, I hope that was interesting. I actually made a video on this. I made a video on how to do it, and the code is actually up for grabs on GitHub if you want, because obviously this isn't keyframes. So the program to convert between those two, which I can also open, how to key converter. I wrote this. This is a program I can open up a file, put in some numbers, and then it will take the automation data and just convert that into keyframes for After Effects. So this program, if you want to use this, if you want to use that same technique for the visuals, then this program is available. You can just get it on GitHub. I think there's also a direct download, but the GitHub project is obviously you can compile that yourself and then work from there. It is also a very nice program to just have because it can be your jumping off point for any other programs that you might want to make with that interact with Ableton project files. So for those project files, I actually just like deconstructed the whole thing in that code. So if you ever need to do anything with Ableton project files, then you can use that as like a starting off point. It might look simple. If it looks simple, then I didn't convey exactly what I should have conveyed. This took me a year to perfect the visual making and all of that stuff. I've spent roughly 3 months on it last year for the album. So if you go to my, for all of the new viewers here who haven't seen the album, I posted an album last Christmas. And if I go there, these visuals were made in the same way, right? So all of this is moving and stuff like that. This is done in the same way with the glowing and the kick effect. I did this the exact same way, only I had many more layers to work with, so I could do a lot more interesting stuff. So yeah. Okay, the way that I wanted to try this is just to shuffle, grab first, and see if I can make a one-shot out of it. Not really. That's very dark. Maybe if we up it a bit? Not really. I guess we have to shuffle again. It's one of the things I learned from the eClip masterclass is that you just shuffle and just click and hope that you get a one shot. Not really what I'm looking for, I guess. Maybe this does become a cool one shot a little bit lower an octave. I guess that can work. I don't want this echo. What happens if I do like 3 octaves? Okay, now it's going to go up. I'd like it to go down. Why is this release so long? Is that from any of the effects? No, because this is off. Ah, it's just long. Ah, you don't want that. Get some nice reverb. I've started to use the reverbs from the TR suite. The track stuff. This is actually really good. I think it's still a bit too high. That's nice. It does sound like the first one is louder than the rest, so I'm going to... Of course, for some reason it still has a very long release, this stuff. Ah, it's because I'm changing the wrong amplitude. I need to change this. Okay, so we make the notes exactly that long. Finally, I want a little bit of erosion on there, just to give it a nice, like, grit in the high end. Should I do that after it? I do like that. Maybe here. Maybe with the reverb to smooth it out, I guess. Default room, insert. Okay, let's go with a random preset here, I guess. Real ambience. Something like that. I think I have this turned off, right? This is a different type of ARP. I don't like it. I'm gonna delete it. The way that I started this project, by the way, everything about this project is driving me crazy and is like wrong. Not really. But I started this as if it was like a little break, right? So you would go out of the drop here. This isn't really an intro because the drums kind of continue into the drop. I've been working with some very cool, very strange sound design techniques. That vocal is very nice. I like that vocal. I also have this one here, which is really cool. It's all nice, but it doesn't really work like arrangement-wise. So for this intro, or for this to make sense as an intro, I would probably need to move this here. And then the idea is gonna be, how would I do that? Because this is gonna be a second drop, right? So this is second drop stuff. You eat dinner fast, dude. When did you leave? $46? Dude, you left like less than half an hour ago. I guess that's the Italian in me spending too much time to eat. Either way, so this is going to be the second drop, right? With the everything going on. How would I put that in here? Because I already have 5 segments here. I would need another like 2 segments here. It would be at 5 minutes. I guess that's very long. Do I want to kind of like Frankenstein these 2 drops together? Would that be cool? And then have this build up. Oh, I messed up. I need to move it with the automations, of course. Hence why we got the strange sounds there. So we go here, right? Yeah, because that's aligned. Okay. My idea is maybe what if we... So this is the sound that it's coming out of, right? This kind of slowing down downlifter idea going into the drop. I don't know if that is going to fit as a break after a build-up like that. Right, so this is what we have here. It's a little bit wonky now because let's clean this up a little bit. I don't want that delay anymore here. that's really nice. I wanted to transition into something like this with the like that. What we can do is stop this here, have the squelches just be one like spot here, and then we stop. Right there. So we need to do something cool with the automation here for the fill. I'm going to cut out the last half beat there. These are those my normal kicks? Yes. Reverse kicks are here. Perfect. Or should I make another track for that too? I should probably make another track for that because this is what's doing the build up. We're gonna go like -5 here. Okay, and then to finish that off, we will have an effect, some kind of big, strong impact. I'm thinking a lot more about my element placements and stuff like that, and I'm trying to say it out loud so you guys can think with me. One of the things I noticed in Burning Mountain is that I've just been completely wrong about some of the things that I've been doing. So I need to reteach myself some of the like rules of Psytrance, if that's what you want to call it, I guess. So now we can go in here, for example. This should work. My PC is with a friend of mine who fixes computers as a job. Oh, then you'll get it. Fixed. Usually a blue screen, there isn't too much that can be like really wrong, I think. I'm not an expert, but I've delved in like computer fixing and stuff like that. Do I want to do like this, where we go from here? I left the kicks there. Okay, that's why that's happening. Uh-huh. I guess we go to like 50% here or something. Hello, Sully. How are you doing? There are no rules. Well, there are a few in terms of the arrangement and stuff like that. I think I want this to be half, because then it lines up a bit nicer, I guess. What we can actually do to make sure that this stuff lines up correctly is, without changing the... You cannot actually see the waveform if you're moving it like this. It's really annoying. I guess this is... how it works. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, I have been wishing for someone to do this breakdown synth turning into rhythm. Nice to see, I think. Can steady a bit longer before the kick bass comes in. I agree. I actually agree. Right now it's 25 seconds, which is just under, because this is 26.12 seconds. So we can make that maybe, I don't know, 23 seconds. There's going to be a tutorial on this soon, by the way. Now this also means that I have to rearrange and redo everything. The way I'm going to record this is not directly on that track, because that's going to mess up everything. I am going to do it like this here. Of course. I need to go post effects here so that it doesn't go over there. Maybe the sound can morph. Yes, exactly. Then we have a little bit of extra space to do all of this morphing that I'm doing here with the delay and reverb. We're still listening to the old version though, don't worry. I just have to record this and I can place it in here. Perfect, okay. So now we should be able to align this by going, you have to go backwards because the last one is never going to be fully correct, I guess. Okay, why is this not aligned there? Here. Now this should be aligned here. We just move that down. And then there was one part where I need to delete this. Yes, this can come in here. Still aligned? Yes, nice. Now it starts to align roughly around the part where we go down, which is cool. That's good. I do want this to go here and I guess. I should take this. This is with the automation. Like that. Okay, let's see how this flows. So the idea is that this is now our part where we're like going down in energy. And something that I don't think I did a lot is like really consider how you go from one drop to the next in terms of energy level. Like I would start here and I would build it out and it would be all nice, and then the energy level at some point would just completely mess up, right? I would get the first 4 or 5 sections done and then I would just go off. I think the idea is that we're building up and then quicker building down so that we can go into something like this without actually kind of going chuk, right? So that's the idea. Here we're building up. This is the high moment. I really like the squelches in here. That's really cool. This synth works really well with the offbeat thing. Sleepwalker, how are you doing? Glyph, how are you doing? KZZZV, welcome. Thanks for your support on Patreon. I'm glad you're enjoying the track so far. I think you're enjoying it more than me because I am having a real hard time figuring out where this track should go. I think to use those, I used to think those fills as arpeggios. Wait, how? Like, feels like this? I did something cool here with the crash, actually. This one is a bit too long. Probably be like half there. Ah, the lead. Yeah, this is a lead sound, right? A lead arpeggio sound. It is an arpeggio because you're just repeating constantly the same melody. This one is just very broad because it's over like 3 octaves and a bit, right? I don't know, the structure just feels off. Everything feels off. The reason for it is the one-shots. We were making one-shots before, but I made one and then I abandoned that. Full ADHD mindset here. Either way, we're going to do the same technique again, which is where you click shuffle and hope for the best. This really is a cool technique though. This is really nice. The ideas that you can get from it. So like this, for example. I really like that. We're going to go back to AZ so that I can set it to minor. And it would be cool to do some kind of... Is this the right key? Yes. Okay, we're gonna go plugins, and then I'm going to go with the tape stop. My idea is to do like a reverse tape stop effect on this. And then with... Oh yeah, this doesn't have an interface. You just go here and then trigger. I was like waiting for it to show up, but it doesn't do that. Freeze. Flatten to get something. Reverse this. And then we go Transgate. Just go from there to there. And then I want this to fade in a little bit so that it's not so aggressive. A bit more maybe. That's very cool. Do a very quick breakdown and then start a long build-up from the foundation. Okay, when it comes to that, I would do that here, right? Because this is at like the 5-minute mark-ish. Even then it's still long. I'm debating on whether I should maybe not have this segment in here. What would that do? It would bring us a little under 5 minutes. I don't want to do another 8-minute track, I guess. Because I do a lot of 8-9-minute tracks. I mean, it's okay. It's a nice length for Psytrance. Maybe it is strange that we have 3 high energy parts here. Maybe I should make that 2. But for now, I'll leave it. What that does mean is that I cannot do a very long break here. So what I would probably do is to finish off this segment another like half bit here. And then here I would go into the break and maybe I'll make it, I don't know, this long. One section of 16 bars, maybe 16 bars and a half maximum, but not much more longer than that. In fact, we should probably, at this point, while I'm here, have this as our intro. This is just going to be quick, drawing out what I'm thinking about the structure. Ooh. There, this is 2 bars. And we have another 1 bar. How would I guess this part is the build up. That's not really a drop anymore. Right? But again, I'm getting distracted here. There we have our first breakdown. I'm just gonna do this quick. I'll try not to be too distracted here. Just so that I can figure out what kind of length breakdown I'm able to make here. So you can see if that idea is going to work. I currently don't have like Vicious Delicious in my head on how it goes. I would need to look that up again. But I think this would be our maximum length for a break. Because we're gonna need a 3rd drop, which I think is gonna be 5 segments and then an outro for the 6th. Which would give us a track length of over 8 minutes. 8.5 minutes. Which is again a little bit on the long side for Psytrance. I guess it's okay. It should just work with the songwriting that I'm going to do. For now, let's focus back on the one-shots, because otherwise I'm too distracted. It is a cool sound, it just doesn't have the power here, I guess. Can increase the kind of dynamic power by just going very high timing on the OTT here. Like that, and then we'll have a nice delay on there. It sounds like a black hole kind of sound here. The main build-up in Vicious Delicious is 1.52 minutes long. Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to fit that in this track. Maybe for a different track I'll do something like that. I think I can put this here and duplicate this. This is technically also a one-shot, right? We'll put that as a one-shot. It is technically a vocal as well, but it just functions as a one-shot here. Melda is just so insanely powerful when it comes to sound design. I spoke to the guys at Melda for a affiliate link. They said that they would set up the link, and now I haven't heard from them since. Because I had to go through like a whole program and like a different website to get in contact with them. I set up everything I needed to do, and now I got ghosted. So I guess they saw the channel, were like, talk to us when you have 20k subs, dude. And then, but I mean, they're very busy now. They just got bought out by ImageLine, so I guess they have a lot on their mind anyway. Please don't go harassing developers of my favorite plugins because I didn't get an affiliate link. Dipicus, how are you doing? Oh, one of my background cloths just let go. Did they actually say 20k subs? No. Do you guys still see me? Is it still looking good and stuff? I need to turn up this light now for the lighting. Sorry, my studio is falling apart. It's too warm here, so the adhesive that I use to keep up all of the... Because I cannot nail anything into the wall because I'm renting. But the things that I use to hold up, I'll show you. I have, well, yeah, this kind of cloth orange thing behind it. So what that does is it takes all of the lights that I have pointing at the behind, and it basically makes one orange big glow in front of me. So when I'm like recording or something, it gives me like natural lighting, like I'm sitting in the sun. Even now you can see it from that side, and obviously no longer from that side because it just came down. But yeah, I'll just continue streaming like this. The lighting, I mean, doesn't really matter. I was able to make it not too harsh. I can slightly adjust it like here. This is a very delicate game because I have very little light in here. In fact, I should probably do this. Yeah. It's all about these days. There's this new channel got 3 million subs in just a few months. Yeah, I mean, nowadays the amount of users that YouTube has, it is also possible to just go viral, right? Like if you look at people like MrBeast and what they do in terms of growth per month, you're never going to get that at that scale if you're a new channel, but you're going to get some of that at some point. Right, so for example, MrBeast does like 5 million subs in a month, maybe 3 million subs in a month, something like that. It's not, it is unheard of for a new YouTuber to do that, but like 200, 300k nowadays, you can get that in a month if you're making the kind of content that appeals to a very wide audience. Obviously, content like me doesn't. It actually fixed the lighting. For my webcam, it actually looks a lot better this way. It's the very rare case where this webcam is actually, content like that, giving people money. Everybody is interested in that, right? It's cool, it's unique, it's just a big amount. And if you're doing that, if you're starting out like that, what's the guy called? A-Track or something like that? But there's a few of them. People that have started the channel making shorts and TikToks and stuff like that this year or last year that are now at like 10 million subs. That's really cool. Let's see if we can record that and do something with it. Okay, maybe this needs to be a little bit longer for the sound to fit in there. Better to be safe than sorry. I'm going to turn off the echo because I want to obviously do my own delay stuff on here. I mean, I can cut out the echo if I want to. Is it lame? I wish you had a big RGB light. Maybe at some point I'll get one of those. I do know what you mean. I had it for the longest time like one of those red lines around. I think it might still be somewhere. But it didn't change anything. Like the light was just behind my screens for me, and it didn't actually change the color that you saw on the stream. I did try that, but with the setup that I have now, it just doesn't work. I meant other content like Mr. Beast. I know you meant that, but do you really think it's lame? I think it's like Mr. Beast, what he does is kind of cool. I guess I'm a little bit younger than maybe most people in this chat. I know that usually my viewers tend to be like 30 plus, I think, from my analytics. There's people that are like 50 that are in here, watching somebody half their age produce music. Yeah, that's what I tried. I cannot do that here because this is just floating in the middle of the room, right? I cannot hang anything off of it. It's being held together by two strings. Once I move, I will spend a lot more time and attention on the details of like my studio and my setup so that it also looks better. I now have a real justification of doing that, actually. Is it maybe cool to reverse this? Going like down. I think I may have too much stuff going on here if I want to do one-shots there. Who here watches like Mr. Beast content? Just for fun, let's see. Because I don't think that it's lame. I mean, all his fame comes from the money he has, gives away, and everybody wants, which for me personally is not very interesting, but yeah. I was never a game show dude. I can understand that. I guess he is kind of known for the money thing, but he does also do like challenges and stuff like that. At the end of the challenge, usually somebody wins an absurd amount of money, because there's like a shock factor to his videos, right? That's the whole point. He really designs his videos to just always go viral. And that's, I guess, what he's good at, and I mean, it's working for him. I like the idea that, from what I know about Mr. Beast, everything he does is done because he's just a good person, right? It's not like he's making these videos because he wants to blow up. He genuinely, from what I understand and from what I can see, he genuinely wants to help people. That's why he does the philanthropy stuff. That's why he does the food banks with like Thanksgiving and stuff. He does a lot of that stuff as well. Yeah, he's a good guy, but the way that he runs his business is that he wants to make more money so that he can use more money to help people. So it's like an endless cycle. He has hacked the algorithm. I mean, at the end of the day, this is I can attest to this because I've been thinking like this as well for ever since I started kind of blowing up a little bit. Over the last month, my views have gone from an average of 1,000-ish, 800-ish a day to like 3,000. And one of the reasons that happened was that anytime you say the algorithm, like in your head when you're a YouTuber and you're thinking about, okay, what content should I make? What should I do? How should I improve my channel? Any point in time where within your reasoning you say the algorithm, you just change that with the audience, the global audience that is like YouTube. Because at the end of the day, all the algorithm is it's content, people, the algorithm just does this. It tries to match it as best as possible. There isn't really a hack for this that isn't a hack for just the audience. If you make content that the audience wants to see, then the algorithm is going to give that to the audience. So the real way to hack the algorithm is to make content that everybody wants to see, which at the end of the day is just make good content, right? That's why I stepped up my editing a little bit. That's why I stepped up my presentation. That's why I started speaking a little bit like faster. That's the kind of thing that people tend to enjoy. And some people might not like it. I got a few comments saying that I sometimes speak a little bit too fast, especially in shorts. That's kind of just how shorts are designed. Particle. Ah, no. Granular garden, that does sound interesting. Oh, this is intro stuff. I'm saving this for the intro. Orchesonic trance. This just screams at me, use me, use me. This is exactly what you want. And then it isn't. Maybe an octave higher, and then if we distort this with let's go trash, because trash is really nice in terms of designer distortion, right? Because you can, I cannot actually make this bigger, but you can design the distortion however you want. I guess we go like a pretty intense distortion, but not at the zero. Maybe like in the halfway, not at the loudest part, not at the quietest part. Obviously that means that any effects that are on here need to be, I guess the compressor and the EQ are okay. Valve radio, whatever, as long as there's no echo, right? Because we don't want the delay to be distorted. That's kind of what I want. I've seen series of shorts that are connected because they can't make them longer. I guess if you want to make a long video but split it in 5 shorts, it's actually 5 videos for the algorithm. Yes and no. From my experience, if you do that, if you have shorts that have connecting themes or stuff like that, I made a few yesterday actually. that were like that, they tend to the first one tends to perform very, very well, right? Because it's your introduction, it's the start, and usually people, when they make a short, they start out having something very interesting. You often see this with like series, where they'll take a scene from a series or a movie or whatever, and they will chop it up in parts so that it fits in the short. The first one tends to be very, very interesting, and then parts 2, you have to search for it. It takes a really long time to search for it, and then it's not as enjoyable as the first one. Do you think uploading a video every day also boosts up the algorithm? Again, replace algorithm with audience in this phrase, and then think about it. Does reminding people every day that you exist help people return to your videos? Yes. Yes, I think it does. But that's not because of the algorithm, it's because of the audience. If every day I scream at you once, you will always remember that, right? You will always be like, oh, that's the guy that screams at me every day from a window or whatever. If I scream at you once a month, then you'll say, wait, why is that guy screaming on his balcony? Does he do that more often? Who is that guy? Why is he there? It's just your perception of it changes. If I every day do something, you'll be reminded of it every day, and therefore every day, I wouldn't say no to screaming videos. I'll later record myself screaming on my balcony. Too much social anxiety to actually do that, but that would be funny. Let's just put it here. Okay. Too high. Okay, that's too low. We're gonna go. We can do like 3 octaves maybe. Okay, that's starting to sound a little bit strong here. I like that. Do I want to? Yes. Filter this. Like that. I guess we can lower it a little bit still. Still a bit strong there. That's nice. Delay. I think I'll go with like a nice white delay on this. Sometimes it's nice to have one element that is not ping ponging, and for that I like the white one. Now obviously we need our reverb. I'll open a new channel, 10-second scream every day. Yes. You'll blow up. That's the kind of content that people want to see. Okay, let's do some EQing there. There's some strange mid-range stuff, I guess. With this as well here. I'm thinking of changing this. Let's make this a lot longer. 2 minutes, 2 seconds here. Consider it for the clicks. Cheb Babel. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but welcome to the stream. Since I bought Rift, I stopped using Trash. I kind of miss it now, to be honest. It was free. I got it for free. From when Isotope joined the Plugin Alliance Native Instruments mega corporation that is now making all of our plugins. There's a channel being formed here in my chat. I like the new channel ideas taking shape. I quickly want to do this atmosphere so it's just in place. Am I selecting the right thing? It's really hard to see if you're selecting the right thing, but I think, yeah. Let's freeze this. I'm scared for my voice. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to do it myself, but I like the idea of somebody else taking that idea and just becoming ultra viral with it. Because I don't think it works as an idea. I don't think people would care for just videos of you screaming from your balcony. But you never know. It is a singing bowl, but granulated. This should probably filter in. Auto filter. I've learned one of the things that makes your filter automations cooler is if you use a little bit of saturation on your filter, like this, and then you just go. You don't have a balcony, you have a window. That's good enough for me. This sounds like a sound that should be here, actually. Hello? Can I move it? Thank you. Is this going to cause problems then? I guess this is then a sound that can go there. And there's also here. And maybe even like that. What if we do like this? They do sound very similar, the two sounds that we have here. This is called orchestral trance. It's not the same sound, just differently prone. Trance dyno arp. Yeah, it's very, very similar. So to prevent that, here, right? Yeah. What I want to do here we have this output that we can use. Perfect. We go up like this. I wanted to do this before the trash. I know it's still too loud as well. Let me think. Other frequency shifter. I just quickly want to do the frequency shifting here. I'm going to take my offbeat hat and also use it there. Okay, so we have all of the main, like, first division things filled up. I'm just going to put stuff in the middle. And it's going to be the same technique. Get a random sound. This is both strings. This might be a nice longer one. Not really. Not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for maybe something kind of like drummy, I guess. Are there drums in here? Because of colors. 8 on the playground. Okay, so that's just the same sample over and over again. That's not really what I want. Liquid steel drums, let's see. A bit of a strange sound, but I do like it. What I want to try is with an arpeggio. This is probably gonna need to be 2 bars long. Let's see. Okay, and then we unsync and just go down like this. This does have effects. I don't want the reverb. I don't want anything else. I don't want this to have like almost any release, I would say. Nice. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a quick break. I'm starting to get inspiration again, so hopefully when I get back we can get some more one-shots done. I want to start doing a few extra synth one-shots in here in this like second part. So gritty FM stuff, that kind of thing. Either way, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to put on a track that I just finished the master for, at least to the point where it is mastered. I still might do some revisions, but it's basically it. This is a track that I've worked on together with my good friend Boom Boom Bessa, and I don't know when it's gonna come out. Maybe this is one of the tracks that we're going to try to send to a label. Looking at it now, it's really loud. Maybe I've done something wrong there. But either way, I'm going to let you guys listen to it. I think you guys know the track already, but this is just the mastered version. So let's press play and I'll be back in roughly like 5 minutes.
This is a dream machine.
Hello Lash. See you, Andre. I'm sorry you can't stay any longer. I hope he still caught that because it was a little while back. I'm glad Wave Morpher is liking the track.
This is a dream machine.
Obviously, I'll leave it play. It sounds a bit bass heavy now. It didn't when I mastered it. I guess the bass level might be fine. Strange, it does sound like there's like a lot of mid-range, but mid-range bass, like very strong lower frequencies, maybe a bit too much, but I guess it's... Yes, exactly, the Fletcher-Munson curve can have an influence on that. Obviously when I was listening to it mastered, I was probably listening to it louder. Also not on headphones, by the way. So that scared me. The project moved up for some unexplainable reason. Anyway, we're back to this track. Here we're gonna be working on some extra one-shots. Like sometimes bass is louder on lower volume in certain systems. No, the other way around. Right? Fletcher, Munson curve. You need more bass. Isn't this what this is saying? Like if we wanted equal volume at 20, we need more bass. But then if you play it high, yeah, okay. So your bass, if you turn it up louder, the relative volume between like higher and mid frequencies and bass frequencies, I guess, is I guess that's what it's saying, right? Oh, you mean in like different systems? But I mastered it and mixed it on this system, so that wouldn't make sense. I mean, not with the headphones. I guess that could be why it's doing that. Okay, I'm gonna go with 99 on this. I guess maybe 100. I go lower? No. 101. That's the one that I really like the tone of. So that's here. Then we're gonna go here. put some OTT on this as well. Obviously not there. Saturator, and then we'll do. It's slow today. That's nice, and then we'll do our stereo. I guess I could do that in the synth, but I really like the sound of M stereo spread here. And finally our reverb. Let's go black hole again. I like that. A bit big still, I would say, maybe. What if I do this high end as well with a erosion? I think that's better, because the high end here sounds really strange. And we'll do that after the here. And then this has to go there. I think that makes sense. Or do we want to do Redux? I don't even have that in my list. Because the difference between Redux and erosion is that erosion creates one peak at the frequency that you select, and then this creates one peak and all of the multiples above it at the frequency that you select. One bit. Very old Blue Sky 2.1 system. I'm going for the wait. Depends on the M2. Ah, okay. I saw in chat really cool piece of gear, and I was like, I had to read back the whole conversation to see what that's about, and it was literally in the message above it. Anyway, let's continue with some more synth shots here. I think I'll do a synth shot in between all of the shots that we have now, minimum, and then a few extra one shots in there as well. Right, for example, right now we don't have anything at the halfway point between this and the start of the drop, so there we would need another one shot. But for now I'm going to do the synths first, I guess. Let's do some wavetable stuff. Maybe a nice detuned one. Tends to create some really strange tones if you put it halfway-ish. Maybe cool to do something with that. Can you guys recommend a good vocal plugin in that can reduce noise or manage EQ and stuff, or echo and stuff. Not a plugin, but Adobe Podcast Beta is what I'm using currently for my voice in the videos. It doesn't work in a live setting, so I cannot run my stream audio through it, otherwise I would. But that anytime you have an audio file that you need to clean up, just throw it in there. I think it works best on speech. I don't think it will do singing very well or anything like that. If you have a speech, you can drag it through there and it should fix it up. Cryptout. That's how you say that. Welcome. Do I have an idea of what the automation needs to do here? It's kind of cool. What is it again? It's called Adobe Podcast. I found it through Adobe Speech Enhancement. Anytime you Google that, you should find something that gets you to that page. Okay, so it's aggressive all the way in the high end. I don't think I want that. Probably want this to go like... That's cool, I like that. Let's get some distortion on there. Again, I want to do some cool creative Trash 2 stuff. Maybe we'll do some asymmetrical distortion. Unipolar, there it is. Can put this as a sign and then go... I just want one, like that. Might be really cool to boost that one harmonic going into the distortion so that it really triggers it loudly. We get a lot of overtones from it, I guess. Let's see. Becomes a bit sharper. I guess, yeah, that overtone isn't in the key of my track. If we go here to this one, I guess that's only at the start. What if we add a low saw wave below it to always have that? I want it the other way then. It's confusing because the modulation is going down as opposed to up, so essentially thinking of it in the other way around. Hello Patrick, how are you doing? Nice like this. Okay, not the neutral, we'll go with the darker one. I'm thinking layering these two one-shots doesn't really work for what I wanted to do. That's kind of cool. Where's Martin? He hasn't been on for some time. I don't know. To be honest, I don't keep up with people's personal life that much. The wavetable, this one, this pack of wavetables, this is from my wavetable pack. This is the detuned number 2. If you want to model, like recreate this. In here I went saw wave, randomize. It looks like this now. You're gonna have a different one. Maybe this, maybe this. It doesn't matter how it looks at the end. As long as you just have a wavetable that's a randomized saw. It goes through the filter, no effects, and then the magic is obviously happening in here with this crazy trash setup, and then going into it and then redoing or like counter. It's going into it, distorts, and then we remove it again. That's the essence of it. I also think that this particular reverb also does a lot for this sound here. Wrong. I want this to go like that. By the way, speaking about the wavetable pack before, I saw it again in the chat and I saw that my Gumroad message popped up from the Stream Elements bot. The code not working for anybody who had that issue with the summer sale. If you go lower, like all lower caps, summersale23, and use that as a code, it should work. So for anybody who was on the fence on like making a purchase on my Gumroad and they decided to make use of the summer sale and for some reason it didn't work, I don't know why. I messaged Gumroad about it. I haven't heard a response yet, but the summer sale is still ongoing up until the 24th of July, and code summersale, all lowercase, should work. Again, I cannot guarantee anything because I checked it, it worked for me, everything was set to be okay, and then it didn't work for other people. So yeah, make of that what you will. So I want to do more one-shots. Yeah. It works for me. Perfect. Nice. It should just tell you, yeah, if the code applies, then it just works. Seeing as Des was here, let's see if we can use some of his stuff. Actually, isn't this the pack? Yes. Lead. Do I have sequence, lead, sound effects? Is there anything that is like a grid synth? Maybe the FM category here? Something that is a one-shot. Does he do octave stuff? Yeah, so this is an octave lower, or 3. That's kind of cool. We take this and then we just go, I guess, like that. And then you can go. So this now would be. We'll do our own delay and reverb. Nice. Let's do some more Omnisphere stuff because I just like how quick it is and how would you say that? How you get unexpected results like every time. Right? Oh, good shuffle. Finger drum. That sounds interesting. Maybe some percussive elements would be cool as a one-shot here. Not really what I'm looking for here. was hoping the grid lead would be a bit better. Liquid steel drums, we already have that. It's gonna be the same sound every time. This would be cool if we take this and then take a very long reverb on that. Very long, big, strong one. Cathedral. Something like that. Didn't open a DAW for more than a week now. How are you coping, my guy? How high is this? This is shift number 5. Wow. Only guitar. Ah. This is a bit loud here. This one. This is a bit quiet. Like this would be. I feel like this sound is a bit boring still. Not because it's a dash glitch patch, but because it's not well processed, I guess. But now it happens without going anywhere. Wow. I'm trying to remember. I think the last day that I didn't open a DAW must have been when I went to Burning Mountain. And before that, I don't remember. So I was like, the 4 days that I went away for Burning, not even, because the Sunday evening when I came back, I immediately jumped behind my PC and started producing with all of the inspiration that I had. In fact, that's this project here that we're working on right now. This is my return from Burning Mountain with loads of inspiration project, I guess you should say. But before that, yeah, I don't remember. I literally don't remember when the last time was I didn't open the DAW for a day. But I mean, it's also, yeah, I make money doing this, so I guess I could say that this is my job now. Have the filter there. I just want it in here. Would be cool to take maybe this sound. Let's duplicate it over. Move this here and just change the tone out. Summersale23 worked. Perfect. Okay, so it's no caps then. Which is really strange that, because, look, can I show this? Is there any way for me to show my backend here? I guess not, really. Right? If I go to, give me a sec, check out. No, I cannot. Yeah, I guess, where is this here? There's so much stuff on my screen that I cannot really show on the stream. But what I can do is this. Let me delete that, and that's all okay. Yeah. This promo code for me shows up like this, right? So this is the title of it, and then the promo code itself shows up all caps. We tried that, or the person that messaged me the last time I was streaming this Sunday, I told him to, like, for me it's all caps, so it should work in all caps. This is what I have, right, as the code. But apparently not. You just need to go all lower case. Anyway, what I wanted to do is just slightly change the tone. Apparently it forgot what page it was on, so we're gonna go 102 here. So now we have these things, which means that this whole business we can just throw on the group. We can set these both to 0 and then -9, because the only thing that we changed was the tone that it uses. So like the output and everything going into it should still be the same. And then we can just run this through here. In my title? Why is my title not working? Why is my title like this? I should just put the actual code in here. Summersale23. Now it's updated. I didn't even realize that my current title wasn't the right one, that I didn't put the right code in there. That's annoying. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's not like I have millions of people that are following me and that I lost a lot of money by just doing that. What did I want to do? Ah, yeah, rotary. Rotary is cool because it gives, I mean, cool effects like this. That's really fast, we don't want that. Still very fast. Do we really just have slow and fast here? Maybe it's a good idea that we change some of these up here. So we might go like this. Just going to make like a few edits in here. To the guess with a different tone, that's a little bit more different. Might be cool to make a few small edits, for example, like this here, and then doing the same for the other one. Kind of, maybe not a long one. Maybe here. Maybe with a space before the 23. No, it's all together. It's all attached, I think. I go in here. I cannot edit it anymore, but this is what I can spam it in chat or post it in chat. This is what the code is. So it's all caps for me, but that doesn't work for you guys. I mean, I guess, I don't know, that's just how it works on Gumroad. Actually made some sales today. Right now. Masterclass and Wavetable pack. Very nice. Thank you. I don't know if I should have said that out loud, if there's some kind of privacy or something that I should have respected, but... Uppercase also works, but I think there's some glitch sometimes. I will wait for the next summer, maybe I'll be richer by then. I will also have more products. Because I have 2 products coming out very soon, actually. The drum pack is finished with the claps, hi-hats, crashes, all of the kicks. I also have trimmed version of the kicks if that's something that you need. Open hats, percussions, rides are done, and snares are done. So this is coming out hopefully this week. And then if I can fix the issue that I'm currently having with Serum, I'll show this, because this is interesting and I have no idea why this is happening. My normal tones pack works fine, right? No tone, no wavetable. This is a tone. What I have is I now have a volume 2 where it does this. It takes the wave cycle that I created and it splits it up in 8 sections when importing. So yeah, I have to go like 4/8, I think. And then I have to manually import all of them from here. Now it works. Now it just imports them as the tone like I want it to. But for some reason that doesn't work when you're just importing it through here. You see it's the same file, it doesn't do it. So this pack is big. This pack is like, as you can see, I have 4 zeros here. There's 2000 tones. 2048 tones in here, which I'm going to divide over 16 parts, because that way you get 128. And if you have 128 per thing, it nicely lines up in 4 rows like this. Anything more than that, I think will go like, can I show that, how it looks? Yeah, like this, basically. You get one of those very long scrolling lists. And this isn't nice, because now you cannot go to tone number 2000 if you want to. Right? This takes too much. And even then, it doesn't import them correctly. It looks really strange. This is the FFT algorithm, isn't it? Let's see, FFT. Yeah. Why would it be using the FFT 258 algorithm here? When I just want it to open up the cycle. Is it because of the name? No, that cannot be. But what else could it be? I have no idea. I posted on this, maybe Steve has already replied again. Steve Duda, the guy that works on Serum, actually responds to all of these things. So he responded here with almost a no answer, in that you can type or do this, and I was explaining like, yeah, but this is something that I need to distribute, so I cannot just rely on it on the way that you import it, because I want to give this to other people, right? And it has worked before, and I just need it to work again. What can I do to make sure that a sound always imports just as a frame, knowing that all of the sounds that I have are exactly 2048 samples long, which is the standard length of a wavetable in Serum. I mean, it has to be, because I use Serum to make the tones in the first place. So Serum has to just accept Serum. Right? Is there some things we can do with the sound design maybe here that would be interesting? I know we can do some remap stuff. I don't want to do like the standard bend, I guess. We can double bend it like this. little bit of a filter on top of that to... Oh, wrong thing. This one. Did you try Sonic Academy Node to edit the wavetable to the right formats / sizes? No. What I did is I created a bunch of waveforms and then I created the individual like wavetables that I imported into Serum. I can show them. Here. Those are the temporary wavetables. I'll show you what I did, right? I went in here, and then I was like, okay, I have this wavetable that is made out of exactly 256 cycles, right? So I went process, gain state separately, obviously. And then I was like, okay, so now I want to export them as single cycles, which is exactly what this function here does. So if I go here, and then here, and let's say make a new folder for this stuff to be. Save that. You would expect it to import in the exact same way, right? So let's start by importing table number 1. For example, if I just, I would need to go in here, tone. I would need to rescan. Now this thing shows up and we import number 1, and it doesn't do that. So the functionality that allows you to get single cycles for Serum doesn't give you single cycles for Serum. And I don't remember how I did this with the last tone pack, because I did it, I think, the exact same way. Maybe, maybe I need to do it in Vital? Does Vital have a split by sequences thing? If I just like import the first one here, and I go normalize table, window size, isn't there a way to export? No. Node can do that. Okay. I don't have Node, so I would need to figure that out. But it makes no sense to me why Serum wouldn't work. Because I checked the file length. This is exactly, the file is exactly 2048 samples long. So I don't, and what it's doing is it's using the FFT algorithm for this particular one. So if I go here, if I move this over here, you can see nothing changes. It's the exact same thing as it was before when I went from here and just like clicked on it, right? Same thing. So I don't understand why for this particular sound, when you click on it here and go through it, why does it choose the FFT algorithm and not just use it as a wave cycle? Like, what makes Serum this? Is there some kind of metadata that I'm not getting or something like that? Maybe it's just as simple as getting one of those bulk editors. It looks like there's some kind of filtering. I mean, yeah, what it's doing is it's taking my file and it's just using the FFT import here. So it's making an FFT out of it and then making the table out of that FFT, out of this thing. And that doesn't even work if you import it with the same window size, right? These two are different. What happens if you import with pitch average? It splits it up into 2 tables of 830 samples. Why would it choose 830 samples? Ooh. Can you import a single cycle in the editor? If I drop it in here, I mean, I can if I set exactly that I wanted to do this, then it will import correctly. But the problem is, obviously I can do that, right? The problem is, if I want to distribute this, I don't want that to be the case. I just want people to be able to click on my thing and then just click on the file that they want. And it should import the way that I want to import this. I want it to work from here. Because this works from here. It's the exact same thing. This is working perfectly every time. Every single file in this folder imports correctly. Same with this one. Waves can store cue points. Wave. I did check it, but I need to see a wave metadata thing that works, because the last one I checked just gave me an error on the file. Online and free. Usually that kind of stuff doesn't work, right? Show and explore. Let's try this. Can I drop it here? Yes. No. Let's try this one. Here, this gives me this error. Wave format, invalid format. What happens if I use the normal tone pack on this? Does that give me good results? We might be... No, that doesn't work. Doesn't like that. Let's do this one. Also, when you type wave x wave, let's check the other one if that's also the same. Audio x wave. That's the same, right? Yeah. What Serum version are you running? This is version... Oh, by the way, I don't need this anymore. I can turn this off. It is... Can I show this without showing like my license? About 1.363, February 15th. It's a little bit old. Should I check for updates? No updates found. So it is the newest version. Global. You need a hex editor. I need to do hex editor. It's hex editors. If there's one thing that I don't like is hex editors, because it's always a mess. Obviously, I don't really know where everything is supposed to be within the WAV file. Let's see. This is like the data, obviously. I guess it's the suffix that is what we're interested in. Wave chunk. So this is the new one, right? If I duplicate this and go one of the older ones, RIFF C, the strange C, So this is an H. There are differences here. You see, this is 48 and this is 80. That's the first difference that I see. And then I also see, wait, no, here. This stuff. Wait, why is this missing from this? Do you see? This is what's causing it to... Okay. Next question. How do I make it so that I have, I guess, this part? Is it that part? Yeah. Because we have dots. How do I make it so that I have exactly this stuff in every file? Like bulk editing. Okay, here's a test that I want to do. It might be... No, wait, why? No. Because before I changed the name with like a bulk editor. But that doesn't change the metadata, because now we tried it without the bulk editing and it still didn't work. So Serum is just not saving its own metadata that it needs for that. Okay, all I need to do is embed all of this stuff in all of the files. I could write that myself, but if there's anything I know as a programmer is that other people have had this problem and solved this problem before me. So there's always an easier solution that you can just find on the internet. And seeing as I have like 12 people at my disposal, there's probably one of them that has had maybe some kind of running in with some kind of hex editing in bulk. Maybe there is a way to just bulk hex editor. Batch hex editor alternatives and similar software. Batch editor hex editor. Is this from the same guys that made auto rename? Insert, delete, copy, move bytes. Yes. You see, this is exactly what I want. The website looks sketchy as shit, very old, and it looks like one of those websites where you go and download viruses. You know, where they have the very big download and it's all flashy and shit like that. No, I just want the download. Wait, did it really make me... I'm free to try. Here. Personal, non-commercial use on only one device. Literally don't have a free version. Okay. We'll go to the next. Oh, it's the same one. This doesn't show. Binary mark was the one that we saw before. Yeah, it's the same one. Looks like one of those YouTube to MP3 websites. Yes. FFmpeg. Can FFmpeg do that? Here's alternatives. Fast hex editor, which this need to roll disk editing. Nope. Hello, Davey. How are you doing? I'll find this later. I know what the problem is now. I can even message Steve that I found the issue. Do I like Wayo? Of course. Yes, he does very cool stuff with his fills. And I'm a big fan of doing cool stuff in the fills. I don't know if anybody is going to know the reference. Davey, how you doing? But for those that do, nice. It's GTA 5, for those wondering. There's a cutscene in which one of the main characters meets up with a guy called Davey, and he goes, "Davey, how you doing?" And every time I say that now, when you join the chat, that's immediately I think of that cutscene. This sound is still standing out as a bit strange to me. Maybe the distortion isn't what I want. Maybe let's go a bit more aggressive. We want a little bit of extra saw wave in there, just like this. Kinda. You can try some convolution on there as well. This before and then go. He showed it in his master. I haven't seen his masterclass. I still have it saved as one of my bookmarks. Up here. At some point I'll buy it and I'll learn how to do his fills. But it basically boils down to, because there is like a little excerpt of it on the Future Phonics YouTube channel. And it basically boils down to just, how should I say? Chop everything up manually. I like to think EQs as sound shapers. I mean, that's exactly what they are. Tonal shapers is probably a better name for it, but I mean, that's what they are. Search and replace in an EDA. That brains. Does that... I need it to work. The problem I'm having is not the fact that I have to edit hex, but that I have to edit hex files 2,000 times. So it needs to be a bulk action. There's no way I'm manually going to edit and insert the hex file in every one of these little parts here. Step 1, I could implement a program. In fact, it might be very easy to implement a program. Thinking about it, all we have to do is open it once in this folder and just make a list of all of the files that are in there. Right? Not even the folders. I mean, for the test, I can just delete the folders temporarily. And then I just need to open, because it's always in the same spot, I think. Do I have it open still? I do like this kind of discussion. I think it's fun. Right? It's always going to be here at, what is that, 44F, is that? I don't even know how to read addresses anymore. That's 48. 48, address 48. That's where it starts. And then it's just a matter of inserting this between the data and this stuff here. Because it's just literally this little bit that it needs. What is this hex edit? This is a WAV file, but shown as binary data. So what it does is it goes into the file, and for every one, it sums up all of the ones and zeros, and then every 16 ones and zeros, it puts in a number here. This is a hexadecimal number, right? Do you see how it is represented in text as well? This is some kind of decoding. I think UFT8, because it has the special characters in there as well. Or is this all ASCII characters? Is this an ASCII? I don't know. 48 minus 7e. Yeah. It's this bit. I mean, what I would need to do, I don't even need to know this address. All I need is this address. Because what I do is I just take everything that is at that address, store it in temporary memory, import or put in this little string in there, and then just append it, right? After it. And appending, that should be really easy. It's just, you don't even need the address for it. It will just find the end and then push it in there. Does this have bulk editing, by chance? Oh, the character set is not even ASCII or UFT. Node. I don't think you mean node.js, because that's a JavaScript library. I mean, it could, probably. But if I were to code something like this, I would just do it in C#, because that's what I'm like most comfortable with. Or maybe Java. But the node, like, isn't this a VST? Is it a VST? This one, the Sonic Academy one, yeah. I could buy this. I can try it, how Node works. Does it say anything about bulk? No. Wait, do you have bulk? Do it in Lua. I mean, as long as I know the libraries and stuff, this is not hard to code. Like, this is an afternoon work to do it. But if you think that Node can just do it without worrying about it, I can just send you all of these files as a zip file, maybe, because it's like 50 megabytes, I guess. Maybe a bit more, maybe 100-ish. It's not much. 16 megabytes. Even less than I thought. If you can test it on bulk, Node can split the wavetable into single cycles. For this, I literally need to, and it puts the metadata. What I needed to do is I needed to take this file and turn it into a wavetable, then this file, then this file, then this file. Like literally one for one, take whatever information is there and turn it into a wavetable. There's a few solutions here. I could go the manual coding way and just insert the metadata that I need. I think that will still be faster. Maybe. Like I'll now that I know this, I'll have this finished tonight. So that wouldn't be an issue. In fact, if you guys are really into that and you would like to see that instead of me producing, then we can do that. It would make for an interesting stream. Not something that I've ever done on stream before, like a little bit of coding. But it would be cool if you guys want. Otherwise, we'll just continue and I'll continue working on this because I know maybe it's a little bit boring or not what people expect from my stream. Depends on what you guys want. Live coding. If you guys want to see me live code, it's been a while. I'll tell you that. It's been like a year. It's gonna end up terrible, but okay. It's world's heaviest IDE. New projects. I don't think I even need an interface for this. I mean, this can just literally run once. Bulk hex insert. Okay. So, what we need is, I'm just going to like write it out first. It's always easier if you write out what you want to do first. Get all in folder. Get each and raw data. I can literally just count where we need to be, right? Like how many bytes we need, because the address, I don't think I can convert an address. That's the only thing. How do I get this hex information in there? As hex, not as raw data, as hexadecimal data. So we would have like a for loop here, right? Because this is each individual file, and then we get the hex data. Insert. So how would we do that? We would x split it at whatever x is equals address to insert. After that, we do the actual inserting. So we split it. Basically, we split it into two variables, and then we go hex 1 plus hex 2. So this is part 1 of the hex data that we split, and part 2, and then that's it. Rewrite file. Okay. So this is how you code, guys. You take this, you hit Control C, and then you go into Google and you hit C#. Directory.get files. Get files returns the name of files, including at paths in a specific library. That's not what I want. I want their data as well. So this is from the directory map here. Within direct data from the individual files, right? So that adds a little bit of another layer, but that's okay. So, wasn't it? Yeah, var is equal to directory dot enumerate files returns an enumerable collection. Perfect. It needs hello potential fix. Takes 0 arguments. I need the file path, right? Does that take? I'm assuming this is the path that's, yeah. Always nice to check. Path, exactly. Okay, so we just create a nice little path is equal to, if I give it, what is the, if I give it just like slash, isn't that the current path? Or do I leave it empty for that? I've said it before, it's been a long time since I coded. So now, for file, inside files, that needs stuff around it, I assume. This is not the right syntax. This is the Python syntax, right? I have to Google how to do a for each loop in C#. For each. Wait, that is a thing. Then why didn't it show it to me as a suggestion before? Reuse data dash projector Bing. Thanks for all of the inspiration and tutorials. You're welcome. EG, welcome to the stream. As you can see, a little bit strange stream here. But yeah. Get hex data name C#. How to show the hex values that have been read from a file on a label or text box. Okay. Binary reader. I can read through the files. I'm currently having issues showing the hex values that bit converter to string without the dashes, just remove them. Okay, perfect. So data is read all. Yes. And now we need to hex is equal to bit converter, and then it's toString data, just the data, and then we have replace this. What is happening with C# here? We are working on creating a program that can take all of these WAV files that I have in this folder, and it can add to it, where do I have that? This bit of text in the actual data. So this is hex data. Are you coding your summer sale? No, no. The summer sale is already happening. But that would be funny if I had to code it myself. I mean, I should code it myself because Gumroad only allows sales through the promo code, and that's a dumb system because it leads to issues that we've had like this. You see, this is the file now, right? Where data begins here in the position that we have this this thing here. So this extra bit of metadata up until this data here, from here to here basically, has to be, this bit has to be added to all of these files here in this folder. So I'm coding up a program that allows me to bulk change all of them. So now we have the hex data. Let's print it first. Wait, no. Console.WriteLine. That's not gonna work. That's gonna be way too much. .WriteLine hex dot. I want the first part of it. Dot. What's the? I know it in Java, but not C#. Get the first X characters of string. N. I should say N in those things. Slice. Ah. String does not contain a different constant. In JavaScript? Why would it do it in JavaScript? I typed C#. Ah, substring. And then it's the first, how many characters do we need? Like 256-ish? Just to get, to see if the files that we're opening actually are the same as the ones that we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to put one of the files in the TMP folder here. I'll just copy paste. And then we'll get this folder here and put it as our path. Right? Let's see what this does. Okay, so that's more than one file there. Or it's... Okay, let's do this. In doubt, add a bit of random words at the beginning. It's just one file that we're looking at here. So then why does substring not work? Ah, wait. 0. Yes. Okay. So 5249 is the start of that file. 5249464648. 5249464648. I think this matches. I don't know if that's because this is always the same for every WAV file. Maybe I should be looking at a pattern. I don't know. Where would the data be? I guess the last bit here. This stream was actually about music in the past. I know, I said you before, if you guys want me to not do this, I can definitely do this after the stream. What am I doing? I am changing WAV files for them to make sure that I can import them correctly within Serum. This all has to do with music, I swear. I don't need that anymore. I should. I don't need that. Don't need that. I do need you guys. Okay, 64, 61, 76, 61. Let's see if we can find that sequence, because after that, I guess it becomes like the data, right? 64, 61, 76, 61. This is the data from like here-ish, I guess. We have a bunch of zeros, 2 0, a lot more zeros. Okay, so that doesn't make sense. Wait, is it the same file? Am I watching the... Nope. Open file. I want to make sure that it's this one. Data. After that, we have a bunch of zeros, and then the D. Yes, exactly. Perfect, perfect. So this is the actual same thing. What is he doing? Hexing. Okay. Let's... Now that we know where we start, we just need to know how many characters this is. Oh. Up until here. Oh yeah, that's right. There's no way to copy here, obviously. Control C doesn't work, for those wondering. Is it Control Shift C? Did I copy the right thing? Oh, I did. Perfect. So how many characters is this? 145. Okay, so let's get up until 145, and we should not see our sequence 4 6 4 or 6 4 6 1 7 4 6 1. Okay, we have one of them. We know it's 144. Let's test some theory here. I go hex 1, hex 2. It's sometimes nice having the like AI suggestion. Our first part is going to be this, for sure. Right? Because that's what we just discovered. What happens if I do this? Does that mean that it will remove the first 144 characters? It would start with our code. Ah, it doesn't like that, I guess. We should start with 64617461. Perfect. So now all we have to do is write to file, to the same file, these two strings with in between insert equals, where do I have that? If this just works, it will be magical. Okay, so that didn't copy. I want to copy. Hello? I literally just want to copy this code as byte information, because that's what we're dealing with. Is there no copy function in here? Control C, Control C. Trying again. No. I guess we... Why would you not have copy-paste functionality? It always ends up kind of technical stuff. This is very technical stuff. We're dealing with some very technical stuff here. How would I copy this? Can I copy this? No. It just does not want me to copy my selection. If I do it like this, that makes a WAV file. All files on my hit that save. This test.txt. Where does it open? Okay, so it gave it to me as text, which is not what I want. But I do now have the text, which I can convert here. Obviously this has to be all capitals, I guess. We can fix that later. This is what we put in between. This is pure binary data. That actually is a very good way to do that. That allows you to, what's it called? I'm shooting blanks. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I wanted to say that that's a very good method of doing that thing, where you take a screenshot and then you have one of those image recognition things. And I had a name for it, but I don't know what it is. You did make, no, you didn't say a name. There is software I know that allows you to do that, but we found it out anyway. All I need to do is just capitalize here. There's probably a function in it somewhere, but this should be so fast that it shouldn't matter. It's just a few anyway. We have an F there. D. Am I missing anything else here? Another E. It does look like that, yes. This looks like tracking information from a DAW. One more F there. I think that's all. No. There's a little D hiding there. Okay. So what happens if I take all of this equal to hex1 plus insert plus hex2. And then we go actually, let's make this bytes, and then that's right. Or is it just byte like no? Of a number into it of a number. a hex string into byte array. Turns out there's not a function for that. Is there? I mean, there's something here that I can just yoink. This is what people use AI for? No, this is coding. I am the AI. When you have a second, can you... Yes. I'll throw it on the Discord stream discussion channel. We have already established what the problem is, by the way. So this is the file. The problem is that it's missing the... Wait, did I close it? No. This bit, which we're currently trying to insert manually. So now we have the data that I want to write. I want to write it to the same path again, but I'll change the name. Write byte array as file C#. When you Google something and Stack Overflow isn't the first result, you know that you have to re-Google again. So the path is dot this needs to be a file, otherwise we don't have its methods. I like how this just doesn't work. Ah, no. It isn't even a... Wait. String files. So then it's just file, right? If this is a string. Plus space test. And what we want to write is this. Let's see if this works. I can delete the comments. We don't need that anymore. Okay. So, first test, do we get an extra file here? Nope. Spacebar in the file name. I mean, that should work. We just put in the same here. Let's just see if it writes at all. It's just sort of a curiosity, you know. This is just all temporary. So I just need this little test bit here so that I know that it's going to write to a different file than the file itself. I don't want it to write to itself. Ah, this is a problem. But it does work now. Why is it smaller? How did that become smaller? Ah, wait. This. I don't need this anymore. Let's go back to volume P. I need to run it again. Right here. Did it. Now I want size. Okay. So we'll rename this to test manually, just so that we can check if it works. Okay. Hex edit. Let's open another file. This one. Yeah, that has it has it in the right space. So now that means, by the way, why is Premiere open? I don't need that. I should be able to import this. If I go here, CMP, this does not import now. Perfect. But this one doesn't work. Okay, so something got messed up, which is okay. This is a first test. May have had some wrong. Okay, wait again. Open file, what does it need to look like? We get the original tone. Data dot, yes. This is missing, this is 222, and that's 000. So here we have 2020, and we need that to be 000. Do you have professional experience coding? Asking out of curiosity, because I always thought that you did. I have a bachelor's degree in applied computer science, and I've worked a few small jobs as like a coder. So we have 20. 3 times 20, we turn that into 000. Okay. I mean, at this point, it should be obvious that I at least know what I'm doing in a, when coding. I'm not fluent anymore. As I said, it's been a very long time since I last coded. A year, minimum. Okay, so let's try this one. Let's make a new serum, just to be sure. If this works, really all we have to do is remove the remove it, changing the files, and then it should overwrite all of the files. What I might do is make it do that in a different folder. It works! It works. This is amazing. It's been so long since I coded something for the first time and it just works. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. So that means all I have to do for this to work is remove this, this, and then this. Now I'm going to take this, Control C, Control V, always have a backup. But we're going to run this. I'm temporarily going to delete all of this. And now we should end up with a whole bunch of files that are exactly what we started out with. This is correct, this is correct. No. Process cannot access the... because it's used by... ah, okay, yes, yes. That means we have to close out of Serum. Or I could have done it in the copy, that doesn't really matter, but... I told you guys that this would be quick coding. I told you that this would work. Do I also need to... would it matter if this is open? No, because neither of these are actually the files that we care about. Stop. Redo. Okay. Which means that if we go in here, we still have our individual tones. Now I'm going to open it back up. If this just worked first time and it worked for everything, then it's amazing. Then it's been my most successful coding adventure ever. Because I've never had it happen. I mean, we had a few issues with some debugging while I was coding it. But once I ran it in its final form, it just immediately did what I wanted it to do. Which is not something that usually happens for those that don't know coding. I am a bit scared here, but... it works! It works! Oh, this is so nice! I have 2,000 extra tones that I can use. Ooh, I finally figured something out in Bitwig without watching a video about it. That's nice. It's the same way that I did it here with the coding stuff. We did the same thing, basically. We figured something. I mean, I used a lot of... I used a few web pages here. Like all of this and the other 4 browsers that I closed before. I'll leave a comment here for Steve. Do I still have... I only have it in hex. Can I... hex to text. And then... always be a nice person on the internet. If you solve a problem on a forum, this is absolute path to files. Do that with underscores, otherwise you cannot select it. Some C# code to fix that. Does it all need to be indented by 1? Because there is the code thing in here. Wait, there's a way to do that. If I go, no, tab, take that, then put it in here. Absolute path to files. This is now all code. Submit reply. This is a terrible way to display code on your website, Steve. Anyway, that was fun. It is actually quite late. I was hoping that we wouldn't spend this much time on the coding part, but I did really enjoy it, and I hope you guys did too. Let's see. I watched quite a few without actually learning anything, because basic stuff on mixed recording. Many older ones I found do talks for minutes about stuff not even related to the subject. I mean, I'm finished now, so we can go back to production if I want, but I think I'll end the stream here. This was a roller coaster of a stream. I did really enjoy our little coding adventure together. I hope you guys did too. In fact, it was when I got peak viewers, so I'm sure you guys did enjoy that. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I'll stream again in 1 or 2 days. So I want to really try to do 2 streams during the week, and then the Sunday stream, maybe even 3 if I can get it. But yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, I really need to think about it. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm able to do it. But the day after, for sure. Yeah, Thursday I'm able to. Okay. So I'll see you guys in 1 or 2 days. Otherwise, summer sale still going on. Code summersale23 for 30% off of all of my products on Gumroad. And tomorrow I have a new video coming out, obviously, as I've been posting videos like every other day. But anyway, thank you guys. See you guys, and bye-bye.